Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought we could do a follow-up on the last video I did, which was full face of products I don't like, and I want to do a full face of products I love. So if you want to see that, then just please keep on watching. First I'm just getting my hair out of the way. I don't know if you can see, I have a bruise there and a bruise there. I went to my midwife and she had to take some blood tests from me, and I'm impossible to put a needle in, so that's why I have bruises on my arms. But anyway, products I love. I have so many products I love, so I could be here all day, but I have picked out a few that has stuck out for me. And primer, I don't have this in my collection anymore because I used it up and I haven't repurchased, but I do really love the NYX Angel Veil Primer, but I don't have that. And I do actually really love the Benefit Porefessional, and this I have in a mini, so I'm going to use this one today. But I like a pore filling primer the most, I think. I've just recently started to like primers that are more of a dewy finish, but that's because my skin has changed. I used to be quite oily before, and now I think I'm a combination. It depends on what I do during the day. So once that's into the skin, I want to go on with foundation. And it is actually two that sticks out from my collection. Three if you count one that I don't have anymore because I used it up. The one I don't have is the Makeup Revolution foundation drops, I think. I loved that formula. I love that kind of formula on foundations. But the two I have, and this is not going to be a surprise for you, the Illuminator and also the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. As I said, I love the texture of this because it kind of feels like my second skin, and you can build up the coverage as much as you want. This is a little bit more covering, but I think I want to go in with the NYX one today. I don't have that much left in this bottle, and I just do it like this. On the packaging it says like take 5 drops for full coverage, but this is what covers my face. And then I just go over it with a damp beauty blender or a damp sponge. And one of my favorite is the Real Techniques sponge, actually. I do love the beauty blender as well, but this is awesome. As you can see, it's quite light. It's easy to blend in because it's kind of a runny formula, and I do actually really like that in this foundation. But it also covered up a lot. Now I look a bit crazy, but don't worry, I'll fix it. And this has been my favorite now for 2 years, I think. So whenever I'm in doubt of what to use and what I want my day to be, I just put this on. Because as you can see, it looks really great. There we go with foundation. Moving on to concealer. This is not a surprise for you either, but my all-time favorite concealer is the Tarte Shape Tape. I have mine in Fair, and it's not the lightest shade actually. I do love this because it's full coverage, it highlights a little bit, and I don't know, I just love it. I think the formula is awesome on this. I have one backup of this. I have other concealers that I really like, but this is the favorite. And today I have really dark under eye circles. I'm so tired. And I just use the same sponge and blend that in. I have loved the Too Faced, what's it called? Born This Way concealer, the regular one. I want to try the bigger one as well. But this is my favorite one. And I put it under my eyes and on top of my lids as well, actually, to brighten up a bit. As you can see, it didn't brighten up that much, but maybe it did. On camera I look a bit pale and tired. There we go. Powder. I have a few powders I love. One of my all-time favorites. This is not opened yet, so I'm not going to open it because I have three that I'm working on from another brand. But this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in Fair. We don't have this in Sweden, but this is one of my favorite powders. Not going to use that. Another favorite powder that I didn't expect to love this much, it's the number 7 Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. It's absolutely great. And then one of my all-time favorites as well is the RCMA No Color Powder. As you can see, I don't have that much left. But today I think we will use the number 7 one. And I just use a fluffy brush and set my entire face with this. And if you are dry skin, you don't need to set your entire face, but I do that. I could go in with cream contour now before I set my face with powder, but since that has been a favorite only for a little while, I don't want to include it in this. But you know I love the Nip and Fab contour stick. Or if you watch my videos, you know I've used it a lot lately. I think that will be in my yearly favorites. So now that powder is done, my next step in my routine is my brows. And my favorite brow product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Auburn. This never ends. I have used it every day for 2 years. And I never seem to use it up. Of course I had to put some oil in it because it was all dried out, but it's still fresh. When I'm out of this, I am definitely buying a new one. I do really love the brow wiz from Anastasia, and I do really love the NYX micro brow pencil. Those are kind of my favorite things for my brows. And Auburn, some Auburn shades are really the best color for me. You know, I used an Auburn color for the products I hate video, I don't like video, but that turned out more brown, and I need that little red tint in my brows since I have red hair. And I actually don't think I will ever stop having some sort of red in my hair. I just love that color on me. And I just put product in them and do it like this. Next step is contour, and I do actually have, let me see if I can find it. I have two favorite contour powders. One being the NYX taupe shade. I used up one of these already, so this is a newer one. But today I want to use the Hallberg Infinity palette, and as you can see, that's my contour shade, but I mix it in with this. But before I didn't use to mix them, I just used the Cigar shade, but that can be a little bit grey on me. So now I mix them together. So I mix the Cigar and Mafei shade, which is that one and that one, to contour. And I just contour my cheekbones. And as I said, I've been loving going in with stick contour before this step. And then I just take some Mafei and take some on my forehead or my temples. I have hair in my eye. If you are more medium skin toned, then this palette actually sells in a medium with medium colors as well, but you can use that is awfully warm toned. But if you like a warm toned bronzer or contour, you can use that instead. So that's, I just lightly contour. Then for my favorite bronzer, you know I have a lot of bronzers, but the one I have hit pan on, the only one I have hit pan on, is the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula in the shade Bronzer. Mine looks like this, so I thought we could use it today. But I love almost every one of my bronzers. And I just take that in my forehead and then warm up my cheeks a bit, and then I just take a little bit under my chin as well. And a little bit down my nose. This doesn't have to be precise at all. Now I'm beginning to look a lot more alive, right? It's time for blush, and you know, blush is my favorite thing in my makeup routine, and I have way too many blushes, so picking a favorite is really hard. But I think the most used blush in my collection is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in Diffused Heat. I think that this is my most worn blush anyway. And as you know, I like to apply my blush way back and then drag it in, and not concentrate on the apples of my cheeks, since I have quite round cheeks already. And I use too much blush, I know, but I love blush. I think it really gives life to my cheeks. So that was blush. Highlight, I have a lot of highlights I love. I could talk about them forever as well. But I do believe that my most used highlight is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Peach Glow. But as I said, I have a lot of highlights that I do really love. But I think that this is my most used one out of my whole collection. Which is in one way a shame, because I can't find this product in Sweden. And I couldn't find it at Ulta when I was in the US to buy backup. So I don't know where I can buy Laura Geller products actually. But it's just a peachy, glowy highlight, and I use it over half of my face. My next step after this really nice looking highlight is always setting spray. And I have three favorites. the one and only Urban Decay All Nighter. I think that this is a bit too expensive now in Sweden, but it's a really good setting spray. Then we have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. You can't buy this in Sweden, unfortunately, but I do really love this. And then we have the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray in Dewy Finish. Love the Flower Beauty one. I have the one in matte finish as well. And it's also my top choice. Today I will be using the Flower Beauty one because that one is open. It just has a really nice mist. One of my best friends, Sophie, just called and we talked for 10 minutes or something. So, sorry, I applied that setting spray as you saw, and then I just let it sink into my skin. So this is how my face looks now. Sorry, I can't sit properly. My belly is in the way. Eyeshadows. My favorite eyeshadow palettes are from Juvia's Place, and the one favorite I have from that, it's the Tribe one. It looks like this. Then I really love the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, the white one. This I have actually used a lot and love, really love. And then I really love the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette that looks like this. I really love the Michelou Witchcraft palette. I really love the Blush Tribe Hasina 2 palette. You see a trend, don't you? Indie palettes. And then I really love the Blush Tribe and Paulina palette. That looks like this. You can tell from my color scheme what I gravitate towards. Let me just put them back. I'm actually going to mix, or am I? No, I'm going to use the Jaclyn and Morphe palette today. Just because it's so easy to use, and I often use that shade, that shade, that shade, and then some of the shimmers. So I guess I'll just get started then. And if you have followed me a long time, you know I don't usually use a eye primer. I don't really know why, it's just the way things are. But I love all of my indie palettes basically. I wish I had more from Juvia's and more from Blush Tribe. I'm thinking about buying some Blush Tribe on their Black Friday sale. But I'm not really sure. Just because we have a lot of expenses now that we are having a baby. I'm just taking a little bit more of that red shade on this more fluffier brush, or this brush is a little bit more dense. But I have something I don't know why my eye is a bit red. But deepening that up with the darker red. Going in with that darker red under my eyes. And this is my go-to look when I don't know what I'm doing. Just because it's kind of neutral but kind of not. I'm just going to take some of that brown shade I haven't used and just blend a bit. Then I'm actually taking a darker brown. I just want this a little bit more darker out here. So it's a bit more smoky. And just going back to that fluffier blending brush and just fix the edges. Then for some shimmer I'm going to go in to first that darker pink and then that lighter pink and then maybe that pink. And I'm actually just going to take my finger to do that. Starting with the darker pink on the outer part. I don't know, I really like this palette because of the variety of shades, but I always use the same anyway, so I don't know why but I think it's a great palette. If you're looking for a palette with a lot of colors, it's a great formula on this one. It's not like the rest of the Morphe palettes I have owned. This is actually a bit better. I usually don't like these big palettes, so I'm not going to buy more from Morphe. More of the bigger ones anyway. There we go. Simple, easy. For my inner corner, I'm just going to take one of these shades. That one or that one. Like that. I just want to blend a bit. There we go. For eyeliner, I'm not going to put on a actual eyeliner, but my favorite eyeliner is the NYX Epic Ink Liner for like doing an eyeliner. My favorite eye pencils are either from Sephora. These are greens, so I'm not going to use them, but I love Sephora pencils. I love the NYX Faux Blacks and the NYX Faux Whites. This is a faux black and green. And then I love the LottieLondon eye pencils. The one I have here is Velvet, which is a purple one. And then I have Mocha, which is a brown one. And as you can see, this is really used. So I'm going to use the Mocha one actually on my waterline. I need to buy a new one. My sister is going to London this weekend, so I will ask her to pick one up for me, because it's just such a creamy pen. And then I just do like this, tight line a bit. Mascara. I love, let me see. I love the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, the Flower Beauty Warrior mascara, and the Essence / Princess Volume mascara. And this one is open, so I'm going to apply that. No need to open a new one. So the last category is lips, and I have a few options here. One of my most used liquid lipstick is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Berry Recognize. I can swatch this. I'm not going to use this because this is a bit drying and my lips are quite dry today. But it's just a really nice looking berry color. And I actually have this in 9 more colors. This is Give Me Mocha, for example, and this is also one of my favorites. It's a more browny color. But as I said, this dries down matte and my lips are quite dry. Then I have the NYX Candy Slick Glowy Lip Color. My favorite is the one in single serving. This is a red hybrid between liquid lipstick and lip gloss. This also dries down, but not as matte as these two. That's a single serving one. Then I have 2 lipsticks from Makeup Revolution, and it's the same formula. I have Takeover and Greatest. And this is my most used ones. The one is purple and one is brown. These are creamy and really nice. That is Greatest and that is Takeover. And then I have 2 more lipsticks formulas to show you, the L'Oreal matte ones. I have 3, but these 2 are my most used. It's Power Petal and Rebel Rouge. You can see what kind of colors I like. But these are matte as well, so I'm not going to use these today, I think. Let me see. That one is Rebel Rouge, my favorite, and that one is Power Petal. And then I have 1 lip gloss, and that is the Buxom lip gloss in Pink Lady. So actually, I'm going to put this on. As you can see, it's for being me, it's really used, since I don't use that much lip products every day. I'm getting better though, but this is a bit old, but it doesn't smell funny. It's just a pink gloss. So yeah, this is the finished video with me putting on makeup that I love. And I love this kind of eye look as well. I really do. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting. And please give me more suggestions on what you want to see. The one that suggested this also suggested some clothing hauls, and I haven't bought anything new for a while, but I can show you what I have bought during my pregnancy. If you want to, just leave a comment down below. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not already. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and until I make another one, you guys, please take care. Bye!